Everybody, clearing. Got the big quartz guns out again. Okay, so today I'm really feeling instructed to do a reading on how to get the pain out of the journey, how to let go and surrender into the good stuff, the unconditional love, and to take any pain out of it, to bring the joy in. So I'm going to do a reading on all the chakra levels through the lens of what would help everybody let go into safety, into unconditional love, into accepting that everything that's happening on the journey is the process of coming into unconditional love, and that all of the experiences we're having are bringing us into the temperance to embrace that unconditional love more and more fully, grounded into our hearts, and to really truly love ourselves and others without the fear, without the judgment, without the concern that things are always lost or ruined, or, how to find the benefit of relating to others and finding that intimacy, the safety, the sacred sexuality, the intimacy, the connection that we have. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera. I've got some holographic light coming into the picture, but let's see. Okay, we're gonna get a card to begin the reading just to set the tone. So thank you, Divine Creator. What is the first energy that we can see for the collective that joins me here for this reading? We are getting water in the reverse. Card 61. Okay, water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, renewal, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. That's so beautiful because we are birthing a new level of consciousness, a new earth paradigm in relationships, and we are letting go of all the old competition, lack, loss templates. Many myths around the word speak of a great flood, or around the world, speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it becomes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. This is a time for cleansing unwanted energy and sticky feelings. Consider this: what water does to the flesh, it does in a sacred ritual to spirit. The spiritual cleansing, like baptism, is the opportunity to get an instantaneous experience of the timeless, non-ordinary reality in which all true creation takes place. Now is a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the maternal, womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from it is manifestation. Immersion in it is dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for the process. You can expect it to be messy, but worth it. So we are going through a baptismal right now to let go of all the pain and to come into the acceptance that we are cleansing those old fear paradigms. All of the old conditioning is being released. That means our ego wants to have things under control. We want to have instantaneous results. We want to have control of what those results should look like. This journey of ascension and mastery through the twin flame paradigm is bringing us into the recognition of what love really is. Autonomous, spiritual sovereignty, when we're each accountable for our own becoming and we honor that everyone else has their own journey, and that when that comes together mutually, when we find resonance with someone mutually, that's the Holy Grail. So yeah, this is a beautiful opportunity to release. And get an instantaneous experience of the timeless, non-ordinary reality in which true creation takes place. So trust your heart that everything that inspires you is bringing you into alignment with that unconditional love. So let's go into now a reading. So I'm going to do masculine and feminine, feminine on the left, masculine on the right, and the chakra levels. So let's see through the lens of safety and unconditional love, freedom from fear. What is it that the collective can experience or look at through their unique perspective and circumstances in this journey to bring their focus into as much light and love as possible? What is it that the feminines and masculines are experiencing in these connections as a result of the common energy on each chakra? And what might the advice be for the feminines and masculines in these beautiful relationships of unconditional love? One more deck to shuffle. The masculines. Okay. First theme, crown chakra. We are getting cat spirit, claim your independence in the reverse. So we have been going through a beautiful leveling up of independence as individuals. This came out in the reverse, showing that we are coming into a return of having understood what those sovereign independent journeys are, and there's a period of time returning to, you know, the into you, that mutual energy where there's a coming back together and experiencing the new perspectives as relating to each other. So the feminines are beginning to experience it through the lovers. So there's some grounding of this higher dimensional understanding. So feminines have been getting transmissions, they've been getting downloads, they've been seeing things through a new, more practical lens, whether that's going over some of the circumstances that have happened in the connections already and seeing where there could be some adjustment for less fear, more unconditional love, or just seeing what new kind of dynamics could be going forward based on what you know of yourselves at this point, feminines. There's some more accessible instruction coming in. What is the advice for the feminines here? Take time to integrate. It's brand new. So Four of Swords is the healing after heartache. So you might have just gone through some kind of a revelation or some kind of an experience where something didn't quite go the way you thought it would in these connections. It could have been a third influence, a third party, could have been the illusion of that. But it's time right now to sink into the truth of what real love feels like, what it should look like, as instructed by higher awareness, not necessarily the rules and regulations of the world through ego or through survival, but through this higher dimensional lover's energy. What is the ideal? What does your higher self know this love should feel like in all of its entirety, in balance? What is unconditionally loving energy? Meditate on that, feminines, and really set your calibration to it. What are the masculines experiencing at this time regarding coming back around from having claimed their independence? Ooh, the end of burden. So whatever they've been doing, whatever you've been doing, masculines, while in an independent motion that's getting ready to be sort of tied up for a period, is you've been ending burden. So that can be your, I'm hearing money story, or your work-life balance, work-play balance. There's something that you are sorting out in an extreme. The Ten of Wands is a karmic path that's taken a long time to establish. And being that you are ending that to come back into an increased level of connectivity, you are going to be getting some aha moments about choosing things that inspire you, even if others around you may have hardwired you to believe that you shouldn't go for those things that truly make your heart sing. So all the duties and expected life paths and ways of earning income and things you should be doing with your time, or the kind of partner or life you should create, that's being seen as those people's preferences, and you alone walk in your shoes. So I'm getting here, feminines, that your masculine is ready to throw in the towel with those karmic paths and really have a good hard look at what could be possible in your connection. What is the advice for the masculines? Ace of Swords, Lord of the Root of the Powers of Air. So this is like divine inspiration. This is divine truth. It's aha moments, divine instruction. The Ace of Swords can be reduced from the 10 of any suit. So this life purpose, you're going to be getting more clarity on what is permissible, what is beneficial for you. The feminines have this Ace of Swords highlighted in the Four of Swords, this period of integration. So it does work together here. So energetically, tandem, separation is an illusion. So the counterparts are working on this coming to the truth, even at a distance right now. If you're not in communication, if you are in communication, you'll be seeing a little bit more. I did see 1111 just now and 111 when I was reading earlier. So this ace energy, this aha moment energy is coming in for both. Feminines are seeing what true love would look like in practical application, and masculines are seeing how none of the ways of the world are true solutions for authenticity, truth, being true to self, following heart. Both are coming to this on a new level. Both are seeing that even though they've had to go it alone on this path of mastery in their own independent way, that because this return from carving out an independent life path is bringing the counterparts closer together, or pointing at the recognition of each other as somebody who gets it in the same way as the counterpart does, there's a new focus coming back in for each other, for the example that each other is, for this independence that the other one demonstrates, but in a specific soul frequency that aligns with each other. There's going to be aha moments and a recognition sinking in for both. So for the feminines, it's going to be this reality check that affirms what the heart has known for the masculine. And for the masculines, it's going to be this permission, a cosmic level permission to include this high level love in their lives as not contradictory to the burden that they used to feel from the world. As they're giving themselves more permission, masculines, as you're giving yourself permission to not have to conform to duty and burden, you're also seeing how that frees you up to choose the love that you want, that you don't have to subscribe to what others would want for you for business, money, success, or love, that it's truly up to you. And this is very liberating for everybody involved. It also becomes a light in the world for those who are not yet fearless enough to innovate and trailblaze the way that the twins are in the matters of love. And so those who are concerned about the counterparts, who are offering well-meaning advice, or who don't have the tenacity to stick by the mastery that it is required to access true love in these templates, those who have been offering well-meaning advice to the counterparts, they will benefit from the tenacity that the counterparts show in sticking with this love. So don't worry, masculines and feminines, about those naysayers, because they are actually deeply desiring to believe in a love that you are moving towards, and they will, all of it will be redeemed. As you come into these loving connections, those who were skeptical will also then be given permission to believe in that for themselves in the highest, is what I'm hearing. So It's not like you're carrying the weight of the world as your sole responsibility, masculines, but you are useful. You are helpful to those around you that have been too timid to dare to believe in such an audacious love as well. So just keep going. You have full permission to live your life. You don't have to worry that you are the odd one out. You're actually more instrumental in giving all of humanity inspiration to go towards the best. Okay, what can we see for the third eye chakra? Open to infinite possibility. Starfish spirit, also in the inverse. So this is an inside job. The counterparts are both being asked to intuitively go towards any limitations on the cutting edge that we find ourselves, each of us internally, to open to a higher possibility, to infinite possibilities. There's something that we're bringing into the earth plane that the world hasn't seen. We're not just emulating the broken systems of the world, the codependent templates. We're going higher. So now's a time during this integration and meditation to open to things that haven't been preconceived, that we haven't maybe necessarily been evolved enough to be aware of. This is uncharted territory. What are the feminines experiencing in this energy? Justice in the reverse. So divine feminines, you've probably been seeing how things haven't worked out in the past and being more aware of the need for better ways to come in. So let that be a confirmation that you are somebody that can intuitively discern these things. Another thing that interestingly has come up in private readings today is the idea that even connections that have been, we may have labeled as mediocre or convenience or not our 100% wish list, those things have still shown up in the moment of need, and they still have served a purpose. We might take them for granted or wish to get on to the next thing, but at that developmental stage, they were exactly what was required to get us through. And so there is a scales of justice energy balancing out. More is coming. More abundance, more safety, more wholeness is coming, but we do have to be truly grateful for what has come and honor that honestly so that we can catch that wave of evolution going forward. What is the advice for the feminines? Always look at, this is the card of the 3D, and in the reverse, it's talking about the energetics. So if you're not in gratitude, you haven't seen this veil lifted behind the 3D circumstances, either for the karmic lessons, the aha moments, or the benefit, and just revel in the process, in how supported you are, how everything is how it should be, how you're in the right place at the right time, and that is an ever-changing process. What are the masculines experiencing with this nudge to go into an intuitive, unlimited possibility? Wow, growing emotionality, growing emotional mastery, but the dam getting ready to burst with how much love they are seeing they are capable of, how much emotional transparency and availability is growing and welling up in the masculines to be expressed. What is the advice? 7 of Cups, Lord of illusionary success. So yeah, the dam is going to break when you admit, masculines, that you have been trying to live up to other people's advice, other people's illusions of success, those skeptics, naysayers, the ones that have cautioned you to play it safe, play it small, do the expected, time-tested and true, not deviate from the norm. That's illusion, and you can't take it any longer. So admit that to yourself. Admit you just want to be free, that you want to throw off all of that contrived energy and really just be true to yourself. What is the throat chakra energy? Tend to the small things, mouse spirit. So there are some little details that both are being asked to focus on. That means being impeccable of speech, really listening for understanding, not making assumptions, really allowing for a slowing down and looking at what is at the smallest levels, the subtle, the sensitive levels. How is this showing up for the feminines? Princess of Pentacles, so kindness, presence. This is an invitation to be really present in the moment and to see what's really there. Things that you would miss or things that you would twist or misinterpret. You're being asked to take a second look at this time and to really be sure that you're not misinterpreting through the lens of control paradigms, through ego, through fear. Really stop and notice. Did it make you feel free and love, or did something make you feel constricted? If it made you feel constricted, you're missing some subtle differences that would invite you into more safety right now. We're also getting, we're getting walking away from believing the hype of the emperor that has been burdened. So these three fell on the floor, so I had to take them. The first card we got for the masculines was the end of this burden, and here the 10 of Wands is again, crossed with the Emperor. It fell on the floor like this. So we saw the masculine walking away from the burden, and I just heard, feminines, your masculine is going to be showing up in totally different energy once this life choice has been taken to end the burden. And so stay present. Don't keep record of wrongs. Don't hold your masculine to the old version of self. Let them be fresh in the energy. Have fresh eyes. Don't keep a record of wrongs so that it doesn't cloud and you're not filtering through that past circumstance or way of interacting, and you can see what is really there. That's the advice. Don't let the past cloud your present vision. What are the masculines experiencing in this now moment with tending to the small things? Okay, really being fine-tuned to this heaven on earth energy. Really look at within, masculines. What makes you feel good? What do you truly want? What is it that your heart is telling you is for you that would be relevant? And we're getting this Queen of Swords in the reverse. So this is karmic feminine energy, or fear of rejection. Fear that if you are completely honest with what would make you happy, that you will be met with this decapitation, this brutal cut your head off, Queen of Hearts, let it roll kind of energy. So masculines are overcoming the insecurity when it comes to the feminine, fear of letting the feminine down. You know, pour your heart into everything you do. Put yourself out there, express it. And if you are met with someone who bites your head off, masculines, that person is not for you. Divine feminine energy will see your perspective, will allow you to express your truth, will understand the love in that, and will encourage you to keep becoming more authentic. Karmic feminine energy is controlling, judgmental, fearful, not aligned. And so I'm hearing, learn to differentiate between those energies and a person, but gravitate towards the people who have mastered their speech, who are not condemning, who are truly supportive and unconditionally loving, and then cherish. If you have someone in your life that is that way, cherish them, masculines. Draw closer to those who are that way. Let the energy sort itself. Leave behind those who are judgmental and gravitate towards those in your circle that are accepting and loving of you. Times are changing. What is the heart chakra energy? Act as if, chameleon spirit. So yeah, go into the same. Reflect to those around you. If people are, what I'm getting here is if people are drawing out pretense and falsity from you, if you feel you have to put on an act, that is not the true essence of the chameleon. The true essence of the chameleon is it is one with its environment. It reflects the beauty, the color, the lushness, the natural energy around itself. It aligns with it. And so, you know, the chameleon is ever changing. I just saw a meme that says, it's your story. Feel free to throw a wrench in it. without guilt, you know, something like that. I forget the exact wording. But a chameleon, you know, sometimes it's a criticism. Oh, you're a chameleon, you're a people pleaser. But if you can look at the chameleon energy as though you are finding the highest alignment with all things, that will help you differentiate. If you are forced to align with something and it puts you at a low vibe, move into a different environment that brings out this technicolor or this vibrancy, right? Pay attention to what is brought forward from you. So this is the heart chakra. This means, you know, being full, alive, colorful living in all its natural splendor, and gravitating towards away from things that bring out a tendency to emulate low vibe stuff. So how are the feminines experiencing this? Prince of Wands, more permission to follow your bliss, to be unapologetically you, to be quirky, offbeat, not walk to the beat of, you know, other people's drum, but to really find your niche and the world. So the advice is go freely among the world, knowing you're protected, knowing that you are this Empress energy, that you have figured out what high frequency, high vibe is, and that you're allowed to go forward into any circumstance and be a representation of the light. You can reflect back to your environment the highest, the best, the most beautiful, but don't hold back. Trust you've got what it takes to go into a multiple of experiences, a variety of experiences, and to fit in, and to belong, and to find that common languaging of love in all of that. It's like the Rosetta Stone of spirit. You've learned how to translate and to harmonize in many situations, and what works for you and what doesn't. There's a rose in this card, and that speaks of high frequency. So keep in mind that you are meant to align with high frequency, and you know what that is. For the masculines, what are we getting? Oh, the justice in reverse for the masculines. We had that for the feminines. So don't put yourself in unjustified scenarios, masculines. Really decide what is justified to align with or not, because you will be a reflection of who you hang out with, what you worship, what you prioritize. So if it's not warranted, don't put yourself into situations that kill your vibe. Please don't kill my vibe. Two of Wands. So this is stepping out of your comfort zone and seeking more evolved interactions, higher frequency interactions, masculines. And this does speak of coming towards the twin flame and leaving behind your known patterns, your known relationships that can be venturing out. Both the World and Two of Wands are travel cards. So this can indicate travel to meet up. That can indicate this pull to come into shared solace together, to leave behind sort of a highly independent path on, you know, the twins have been on a unique path of independence, hyper independence over the last little while. This can mean now decompressing together, tuning out, finding solace together away from the world. Beautiful message. What can we see for the solar plexus chakra? Life is a mystery, Bobcat spirit. I'm getting that this is with the 8, attuning to the infinite. How is this happening with the feminines right now? Coming out of Hermit, but having been equipped with this otherworldly sort of destined alignment. What is the advice? Hanged Man. So very much look for the reason why you should be engaging with anything. As you sort of take some time out, there might be a little bit of a pause right now as you calibrate to what is truly for you. Pay attention to downloads right now that help you understand what is of actual benefit. And I'm hearing FOMO, what you don't need to worry about having missed out on. So I'm getting for the feminines right now, there's going to be certain social engagements or lack thereof, plans that fall through for some events or meetups that fall through. with or without the twin, it could be in social circles, that there's going to be a little lull for you feminines right now. And that is so you can continue to set your discernment on what is actually for you and what isn't. Your conviction too, that you only want and are willing to wait for what is truly a match, truly beneficial for you. How is this for the masculines? The world in reverse. Life is a mystery. So yeah, some travel plans or opportunities out in the world might fall through for you masculines. So I'm getting, because both have the travel card and both have this sort of pause, that there might be some kind of divine intervention at play with regard to circumstances in each counterpart's life that's either going to crystallize the intention to see each other, or circumstances that will fall through with travel plans that will cause both to focus on each other. For some reason, there's something like that, that pre-existing plans or unforeseen circumstances, it's almost like, I don't want to use the word longing, but I keep hearing it, that the twins are going to see that they're longing or craving for each other, that things, expectations that they had out in the world are not satiating, and there's something that's drawing the twins back to wanting to ground together or integrate together, or integrate or ground the idea of the other more deeply into themselves. I've been hearing for the last couple of days in my own higher self voice and in my counterpart's telepathic higher self voice, that there is this desire to be together for life emerging, for the long term, and this kind of revelation that we're actually starting to feel what that kind of long-standing energy actually feels like, physically included, like the appreciation, the sacredness of the connection, to the degree that it actually warrants saying, I could see myself appreciating and desiring to be in this for life because of what I'm experiencing, that it's not allowing for growth and deepening fulfillment, that only this connection is offering that kind of wholesome growth availability. The standard is here. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, that the masculines are also seeing that every option pales in comparison to this one, and that life is a mystery, that this would be the unlikely connection that would provide just that very X factor. The advice for the masculine, 7 of Pentacles. Just know that the wait doesn't have to be prolonged. It can be immediate. I heard that these unfulfilled, says Lord of Success unfulfilled in the reverse though. This is again pointing back to this connection, that whatever is out there in the world, the longing, striving for external fulfillment, that's falling short time and time again, which keeps pointing back to this connection as being the be all end all. And that life's a mystery, you know. Unconditional love says, go forward, try to find something better. Let me know if you do. But if you don't, hey, hi. I'm not surprised, you know, because true affinity is very, very rare. We can exhaust ourselves searching the ends of the earth, but if we found true connection, isn't it better to just, you know, let go of that insatiability and start appreciating what is showing up more and more deeply. I heard in my own meditation, we all just want to be really loved. And that is kind of what's found in here. The people who can really love, you know, just wanting to get to that point of connection where we start rocking it and validating that we're two people that know how to actually love, that have met each other, that have chemistry, that all the other apparent obstacles can be worked out if we just say and get real with the fact that we found each other. and that it's up to us to decide what's possible or not. If the love is there, the connection is there. In that sense, love is all you need, but you need to be practical with it. So yeah, there are some options out in the world that are falling away for both of the counterparts, and that divine timing, or we could say resonance, is sort of clearing out the confusion right now. Energy is sorting itself, I'm hearing. What is the sacral chakra doing? Time to let go in the reverse. So letting go of all other options and let go of fear in this connection, I'm hearing. What is that for the feminines? King of Cups. So you're feeling the growing pull of your masculine. We also got the King of Cups for the masculine in the intuition here. So the masculine's intuition, the unconditional love, that intuitive pull, there is a direct telepathic main line between counterparts right now. Feminines, you're feeling your masculine and this just a matter of time kind of energy. What is the advice for the feminines? Yeah, it's all in how you look at it. Right now is another very intense magnetic pull for the counterparts. So stay strong, stay in high frequency about it. Use your free will wisely, use your mind wisely right now, because you might be tempted to tell a pain storyline because you're feeling intensity. Stay strong, believe the best, give the benefit of the doubt, trust you're worthy of love. What are the masculines experiencing with letting go? Yeah, overcoming the illusion, the karma, the devil energies, false partners, trickster energies. Sometimes we can be addicted to worthlessness and keep putting ourselves in karmic relationships. Right now, those karmic relationships are being seen for what they are. Stay strong, masculines. Time to let go of those. Time to really validate where the love is. You've got the love. Your feminine has got the love. And the masculines are coming into that recognition that you've got the love they need, feminines, and not these karmic feminine energies that are demanding and critical and abusive and controlling and telling the masculines what they should and shouldn't do. Divine love allows us to come to those awarenesses on our own. So yeah, masculines, really acknowledge the difference between that Queen of Swords in the reverse, the karmic feminine energy, and your divine feminine energy. What is the advice? The Hermit in the reverse. We've had multiple mirrored cards here. So Magus of the voice of the light, really follow that inner knowledge and begin to come forward to your feminine with the acknowledgement that they are not a karmic feminine energy and that they are safe, that they love you, masculine, and that you're acknowledging that profound divine love they have for you. Feminines, just know that is one of the greatest proofs that you are on a twin flame journey of mastery, is that you are loving, that you're not being karmic to your masculine. If you are, stop that. Repent, acknowledge where you're falling short. That's the same as repenting, confessing. Just acknowledge to self, to the divine, that your attitude, your behavior, your energy is not surrendered in love, and stop that. If it's too hard to do that with the masculine you're engaged with, let go, heal, and set the intention to connect with somebody that you can be secure and trusting of, that warrants that. Because we do magnetize what is a mirror for where we're at. So if we're not healed, we're not going to get somebody reflecting that healing, that level of healing. The more healed you become, the more safe, healed interactions you magnetize. So you won't be alone. You will just keep getting more and more healthy. Sometimes we are afraid to be alone because we are afraid it's going to be worse than what we're experiencing now. But the more healed you are, the more healed you magnetize, the more healed relationships you magnetize. Yeah, so masculines are also being directed by the voice of the light to come out of Hermit and come towards the feminine and away from those karmic patterns. What is the root chakra energy? A rebirth is assured. Okay, so this is like the Hanged One also, the bat here. In the upright, it's like ping. So we're getting this energy of this aha moment that's bringing in a rebirth. But it's up to each individual whether you want to keep manifesting with this specific person, or if you need a break, or if you need to integrate the lessons and then manifest someone new. We're not bound by who we woke up to this twin flame journey in. We are committed to love on this journey, and unconditional love does not subscribe to the idea that just because your ego or you have called a particular person your twin flame, that's the only option you have, that person. You can let go of any person as having to be your twin flame, and you can instead desire to match with divine masculine and feminine energy in its healed state. That leaves room for it to be the person that you've woken up to the twin flame dynamic through, or someone new. And that is a personal preference. Only you know if it's still worth sticking with the person, if the incentive is great enough with the specific person you're journeying with, or if you need to let go and find somebody that the resonance would be stronger, purer, more of the light with. But a rebirth is assured in that you will be born again into love, into the love of a lifetime, if that's your requirement. If you set that as your goal, rather than having to force any image of any person, specific person, into compliance, you will have the love of a lifetime, and it will come through the channel that it is most suited for you to experience it through. As our concept of what love is changes, sometimes the people that we've associated with shift out, and some people who are new come in. But only you know, again, if the incentive to keep manifesting your specific person is there or not. There is no right and wrong with that. It's all up to you. And you can manifest any connection you want. And if you want to manifest a karmic connection, eventually you will be successful with that. Just like a twin flame connection. Only you will know if it is increasingly of the light or if it is karmic and weighing you down. And you've got to make that decision, viewer. But what are the feminines experiencing on the root chakra? Root chakra healing, Ace of Pentacles, brand new way of looking at connections, looking at the twin flame journey, looking at prosperity, abundance, what is for you. Through unconditional love. Keep having unconditional love of self and other. Keep walking that edge. The divine is saying it's not going to be long now before your true person comes to the forefront. You're so close, feminines, to having it all realize in the physical. What are the masculines experiencing? Are you freaking kidding me? Ace of Pentacles, what is the advice? Knight of Cups, love offer. So as you become the love within you that you desire, your masculine or a new counterpart is going to be making you a love offer that is in alignment with that. You really do magnetize, feminines, what you are within in your external reality. And I think that's beautiful that way, because most of my viewers are divine feminines. But for you divine masculines, if you're feeling inspired to offer to your feminine, this is because your divine feminine is coming into that level of alignment within. Okay, many blessings, everybody. That was a beautiful message today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.